Hello there, and welcome to Mass Wrestling Reviews Episode 2. This is a preview for Win Wrestling's great big WINniversary, the 10th anniversary show, which is taking place tomorrow, 1st of November, up in Northampton. So let's get looking at this. So up here, we've got Ben versus Ricky Calvert for the Win Heritage Championship. He defends the Win Heritage Championship against a man whose open challenge started his career. Ben started off his life in Win, plying his trade, wearing the stripes as a referee. But along comes Ricky and changes his perspective and his outlook on professional wrestling. Ricky, of course, trained by others by Paul Ash and Sidney Von England. Watch out for Ricky's buckshot lariat. It is absolutely awesome. It's a piece of art. Ricky's a mainstay in UBW, having won the British Heavyweight, Infinity and Young Lions titles in UBW, and is coming back to Win after his previous appearance was a aforementioned event with Ben in the past. My prediction for this, Ben sneaks a win some way against the man who made him, in some respects, into a wrestler at Win. Up next, we have got three tag teams colliding. We've got Project Pain versus Sexton and Thompson versus the Big Daddy Dinos. Project Pain, K-Pine and Shiro defended their titles against Judas Sexton and David Thompson and the Big Daddy Dinos. Jason Joshua and his mentor, trainer and friend, TJ Sky. Judas and Davey won the number one contendership at the previous Win event by previously beating the Dinos, thanks to Davey Thompson sticking his head in where it wasn't really needed. The Big Daddy Dinos are back into the match thanks to those lovely people over at Win Management to make it into triple threat. Project Pain and Dinos also have history as they took part in the tag team title gauntlet match at Win Urban Chaos 6 in May earlier on this year. Jason Joshua is a hell of a singles wrestler, former OTA champion at Win, and he's going after the gold again. My prediction, the Age of the Dinosaur returns to Win with the Big Daddy Dinos getting those belts. We've then got the Win Heavyweight Championship match, Conor Albright versus Chris Aries. Conor, of course, trained by Joseph Testament and Daryl Flynn, who we'll be mentioning later on, says that he wants to have the best in the business come and wrestle in him and try and elevate the prestige of the belt. And in comes Chris Aries, formerly known as Adonis Payne. Chris is another UBW mainstay, current the UBW British Heavyweight Champion, former Tag Team Champion, and he's after the gold in another promotion. Who can blame him? Do I think Aries is a better wrestler than Albright? Personally, I think I do, going on what I've seen on YouTube. Can't wait to see these two collide in person. But I think my prediction will be somehow Conor will work out a way to keep a hold of his title again. We've then got two big powerhouses going up against each other. Leon Dix versus David Grant. David Grant trained by none other than Styx earlier this year at Viva Las Win. Dixon made his in-ring debut in a tag team match against Grant, who's himself a former Win Heavyweight Champion and current KCW Boozeweight Champion and Wet Cake Tag Team Champion. And he handed him his first defeat. Since then, under the mentorship of Davey Thompson, who also stuck his head in when he's not needed earlier, we're getting an idea and a picture about David Thompson. Dixon's respect it's twisted into resentment and generally not a nice guy. My prediction: Dixon somehow gets the win. We've then got the match that I am quite looking forward to the most. Danny Izzet, who beat RJ Singh for the title in September last year, so he's been holding that belt for over a year now, is holding court for a 30-person Rumble match. What Win Wrestling did to help promote this is they used a Google form and they sent out the Google form via the social media to see if anyone wants to take place in there. They were able to get 29 other wrestlers, some of which are already on the Win books, some of which I've drawn coming from lands afar. Three dark horses for this match. Firstly, as I mentioned before, on the left there, you've got Daryl Flynn, first ever Win Heavyweight Championship, cornerstone of the company. Absolutely lovely guy. His experience, his toughness, he's a ruthless character. He likes to work the oppositions. Is it too late for him now to take part in this match? Who knows? We'll see. We've then got Cora, who is down from my neck of the woods near Tunbridge Wells. Wrestling's for Venom Championship Wrestling and CCW. Again, she's a bit of a powerhouse, which I like, and she will be able to make some waves in the ring, and she's formidable. And finally, the other dark horse, we picked him here because he's wearing a mask and we like masked wrestlers over here. El Jantuino trained at the One Square Academy with Hugo Bloom, Paul Ash, and Ricky Calvert. He's part of the Superdorse, who reunited at UBW show on the 27th of September. He's won gold in DOA as tag champion and also a Wet Cake Pro champion. Everybody loves a high-flying luchador. Everyone loves a high-flying luchador when they get thrown into a rumble as well. But the main prediction for who we think is going to win the rumble here is, of course, the big man himself, Xander Zulu. He's a former tag team champion at Win, OTA title champion in Win. Again, trained at the House of Pain by Styx. He is a monster, and our thoughts here is that he is going to win the Rumble, take the gold off Danny, and it's going to be the era of Xandu Zalu once again in the OTA title. So I'm going to head up to Northampton now and enjoy what's going to be a fantastic show. Expect a review video probably next weekend, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.